Hello and welcome back to Course in Miracles, workbook for students. We are on lesson 132. I loose the world from all I thought it was. What keeps the world in chains but your beliefs? And what can save the world except yourself? Belief is powerful indeed. The thoughts you hold are mighty, and illusions are as strong as that in their effect as is the truth. A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it, nor can he be swayed by questioning his thoughts' effects. It is, but when their source is raised to question, it is, but when their source is raised to question that the hope of freedom comes to him at last. Ugh.
Yet is salvation easily achieved, for anyone is free to change his mind, and all his thoughts change with it. Now the source of thought has shifted, for to change your mind means you have changed the source of all ideas you think or ever thought or yet will think. You free the past from what you thought before. You free the future from all ancient thoughts of seeking what you do not want to find.
The present now remains the only time. Here in the present, the world is the world set free. For as you let the past be lifted and release the future from your ancient fears, you find escape and give it to the world. You have enslaved the world with all your fears, your doubts and miseries, your pain and tears, and all your sorrows press on it. And keep the world a prisoner to your beliefs. Death strikes it everywhere because you hold the bitter thoughts of death within your mind.
The world is, look at us this morning.
I know.
The world is
Happy
nothing
New
in
Year.
itself. Your mind must give it meaning, and what you behold upon it are your wishes acted out so you can look on them and think them real. Perhaps you think you did not make the world, but came unwillingly to what was made already, hardly waiting for your thoughts to give it meaning. Yet in truth you found exactly what you looked for when you came.
There is no world apart from what you wish, and herein lies your ultimate release. Change but your mind on what you want to see, and all the world must change accordingly. Ideas leave not their source. This central theme is often stated in the text and must be borne in mind if you would understand the lesson for today. It is not pride which tells you that you made the world you see and that it changes as you change your mind.
But it is pride that argues you have come into a world quite separate from yourself, impervious to what you think and quite apart from what you chance to think it is. There is no world. This is the central thought the Course attempts to teach. Not everyone is ready to accept it, and each one must go as far as he can let himself be led along the road to truth. He will return and go still farther, or perhaps step back a while and then return again.
But healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn there is no world and can accept the lesson now. Their readiness will bring the lesson to them in some form which they can understand and recognize. Some see it suddenly on point of death and rise to teach it. Others find it in experience that is not of this world, which shows them that the world does not exist because what they behold must be the truth, and yet it clearly contradicts the world.
And some will find it in this course and in the exercises that we do today. Today's idea is true because the world does not exist. And if it is indeed your own imagining, then you can loose it from all things you ever thought it was by merely changing all the thoughts that gave it these appearances. The sick are healed as you let go all thoughts of sickness, and the dead arise when you let the thoughts of life replace all thoughts you ever held of death. A
lesson earlier repeated once now must be stressed again, for it contains the firm foundation for today's idea. You are as God created you. There is no place where you can suffer and no time that can bring change to your eternal state. How can a world of time and place exist if you remain as God created you?
What is the lesson for today except another way of saying that to know yourself is the salvation of the world? To free the world from every kind of pain is but to change your mind about yourself. There is no world apart from your ideas, because ideas leave not their source, and you maintain the world within your mind in thought.
Yet if you are as God created you, and you cannot think apart from him, nor make what does not share his timelessness and love, are these inherent in the world you see? Does it create like him? Unless it does, it is not real and cannot be at all. If you are real, the world you see is false, for God's creation is unlike the world in every way. And as it was his thought by which you were created, so it is your thoughts which made it and must set it free, that you may know the thoughts you share with God.
Release the world. Your real creations wait for this release to give you fatherhood, not of illusions, but as God in truth. God shares his fatherhood with you who are his son, for he makes no distinctions in what is himself and what is still himself. What he creates is not apart from him, and nowhere does the Father end. The Son begin in something separate from him.
There
Hmm.
is no world because it is a thought apart from God and made to separate the Father and the Son and break away a part of God himself and thus destroy his wholeness. Can a world which comes from this idea be real? Can it be anywhere? Deny illusions and accept the truth. Deny you are a shadow briefly laid upon a dying world. Release your mind and you will look upon a world released.
Today, our purpose is to free the world from all the idle thoughts we ever held about it, and about all living things we see upon it. They cannot be there, no more can we, for we are in the home our Father set for us along with them. And we who are as he created us would loose the world this day from every one of our illusions, that we may be free.
Begin the 15-minute periods in which we practice twice today with this. I who remain as God created me would loose the world from all I thought it was, for I am real because the world is not, and I would know my own reality. Oh, then merely rest, alert, but with no strain, and let your mind in quietness be changed so that the world is freed along with you.
You need not realize that healing comes to many brothers far across the world, as well as to the ones you see nearby, as you send out these thoughts to bless the world. But you will sense your own release, although you may not fully understand as yet that you could never be released alone.
Throughout the day, increase the freedom sent through your ideas to all the world, and say whenever you are tempted to deny the power of your simple change of mind, I loose the world from all I thought it was and choose my own reality instead.
Hmm. Wow, that was an
Oh,
interesting one.
pardon me. How
That's
does
going to
this
take some
get to
time.
sink? Sorry?
I said, this is going to take some time.
And some integration,
Yeah.
because you can see all these things around me and my mouse and my phone
Mhm.
and my book as things, and yet we are to believe that none of this is real, and yet with my fingers that maybe do or don't exist, I can feel things, right? So it's really hard to separate. Well, I guess that's the idea. There is no separate. There's just, it's so weird that we have to live this life and yet believe we are something else that's real.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the point?
Yeah. I
You know?
lose the world from all I thought it was.
Well, what do I think it is?
Well, as I am, as God created me, pardon me, then
You know?
then
I,
we must believe that this is an illusion and we are not separate. We are all one aspect of God in heaven, having this fleeting human experience. It doesn't make sense.
So if I started to really believe that, then everything in front of me would just like evaporate and I'd be like floating around back in spirit form.
That sounds more like passing over, right? When you
It
hear
does.
near-death experiences, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
But is that available to us now if we just let go of this illusion?
Apparently,
Because that's that's to me that's what we're being asked to do. Let go the illusion. I loose the world from all I thought it was.
yeah, yeah. I
But
don't
is
know.
the world going to
It's
change?
harder than it seems because
Yeah.
we have a body and we have, I don't know, we're always concerned about money.
Yeah. Yeah. A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it. So we've all been literally Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
since
we
day
are
one.
Looney Tunes for sure. Um, but there's lots of lessons where we are to forgive ourselves for not understanding. And I don't think this is an easy topic to understand any of this,
No.
despite
Yeah.
your level of spirituality or, you know, we are one. This is an illusion. Time does not exist. We can say those things, but then we're like, okay, well, it's 8:50 this morning on January 3rd, 2026.
Hmm.
How can it not be? It could also be apparently because everything is happening instantaneously. So is everything. Well, we know this is a calendar year and not, or the Gregorian calendar and not the Mayan calendar, which is that right behind us. What day is it? Who knows? And
Hmm.
why is it winter? And why do I have the same view every day? So,
And so I
um,
would also say to that, here it says, change your mind on what you want to see, and all the world must change accordingly. But in all the different things, like the esoteric stuff that we listen to, and clearly they're exactly in the same spot. Their
mhm.
life hasn't changed either because they're still going through the day-to-day world of the physicalness of it. So is this just like a mental release?
I've kind of said this before, and it's a little way out there. All I know that's true is what I see through my eyes. It's
Hmm.
only my perception. Everyone else is a non-player character, including you. No offense.
Hmm.
This is what's
Right.
happening in
I'm a
my
character in your reality.
in my reality.
Hmm.
My international students, I have to move in a couple months. You know, blah blah blah. Um, do I really see people? Do I really see the news? Do I really see anything that's happening that's real? Like, do I really see this? Just because I can pick it up,
Hmm.
I perceive I have a body and I can pick it up. But is there really anything else out there? Is there a war? Is there another country? Is there other people? I don't know. Even if I can touch you, I don't know because
Right.
your perception creates your world. And that just makes it even more complicated, because I only have my perception. I can't see
Yeah.
what you see. I can't understand what you understand
Hmm.
because as we see, unless we are really as one and we have the same, A Course in Miracle foundation, then I would know that you see what I see exactly as what I see, which is true abundance, true freedom. I don't know. And yet we have so many restrictions in our daily lives. We need to eat something or not eat something. We need to read something. We need to do these podcasts. We need to, meet your friend for lunch. You need to whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
what I see through my perception is different from what you see in your perception.
Right.
And your back doesn't exist. So how can you have a sore back?
Yeah.
Well, it hurts. You feel that. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
hard to say, well, I don't exist in body form. I'm ultimate spirit and ultimate love.
But
So,
if we
yeah.
don't experience what we experience, then there would absolutely be no point in leaving spirit,
Hmm.
right? Uh, I think the whole point is that we are spirit, we inhabit a human body,
Hmm.
and it's okay to live your life in this realm, but there must be some kind of peace that comes to you mentally and emotionally to know that this isn't everything.
Yeah.
Right. And especially that
And
death is not the end.
well, and there's nothing to fear with death. If you watch any near death experience, people that have had near death experiences, they're like, what kids? What job?
Yeah.
I can't go now. I've got an important deadline.
Yeah.
What deadline? What children? What dog?
Mhm.
It's like this is bliss and love and whatever. I mean, so then all of a sudden everything what we think is important here completely disappears.
Yeah. But I think it's just meant to give us a sense of peace while we're here tripping over ourselves.
Hurting our
You know what I mean?
backs.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing
Yeah.
stupid human shit.
Well, and and I mean, you know, there's a truther movement. There's stuff going on that we don't believe is going on, blah, 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 blah. True peace is accepting that maybe none of it is happening.
Right.
We've got pictures that we don't know where, like I'm being devil's advocate, but it makes
Well,
sense.
yeah.
Like,
They're
who took these
unverifiable.
pictures?
Yeah.
Were they actually real or are they AI? Because AI is getting way better. Are they manufactured? Are they we don't, and I don't we live in Canada. So we have, and I've never been to Ukraine. So
Yeah.
or like on New Year's they had a fire in Las Vegas, did that even really happen? Or because we just see pictures and we've heard people have passed away and that's really sad. Um, but lucky them, they got to go to source.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because what dog, what job, what child? They're like, "Ugh, I don't want to stay here."
Yeah. I'm out.
So I don't know, right?
Yeah, interesting.
But I think it's easy. I think what I was trying to say is for me, it's easy to find peace because I don't
Right.
believe so much out there. And so I'm aware of my actions and how I react. Um, but uh, I'm not so participant. I'm not a participant in this so much. So I can find, and there's no bombs going off is what I'm saying. And oh, well, it snowed overnight. So there's snow outside. Nothing matters that much. And maybe it's because I'm insulated. There's nothing happening to me.
Mm.
I didn't even hurt my back. So I don't have, a sore back to remind me that I have a body, right? Oh, that
Right.
hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Um, and I mean, I've had two loved ones, many loved ones pass actually. And
Mhm.
when they go, you sell their clothes, donate their clothes, look at their paperwork, throw some away. You need some documents, of course, because that's how the illusion works here.
Mhm.
And the rest gets thrown away. So you're not missed. You're missed for a year. Everyone sort
Yeah.
of talks about that first year. Oh, the first Thanksgiving without my mom
Mhm.
and dad, the first year without my partner.
Mhm.
And then it's like, okay, well, next.
Yeah.
Next day, you go to sleep, you wake up, you live your life. So for me, I find it kind of easy to be in a peaceful state. I don't
Yeah.
want to take on anyone else's drama. I'm not
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
What can I do with your perception? You think something's wrong? Okay,
Yeah. It's wrong in your world.
it's wrong in your world. And
Hmm.
I don't know if that kind of doesn't feel right in a way, like I should be compassionate or empathetic, but does it really exist? And is it important? It might
Right.
be important to you, but in
Hmm.
the big scheme of things, it's really not important. You know what I mean? Like when we dissect all the stuff we do all day long, you know, it's not important.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's easy to go, I am at peace. And it's easy to say because today's been, there's nothing wrong. I don't have anything sore. My hands are a little dry, but there's nothing wrong today. So I can easily say, well, it's easy for me to be in peace.
Hmm.
The thing is to be in peace in all circumstances.
Right. Yeah.
Does that help? Does that make any sense?
I'm not sure it's going to take me a while to. I mean, it's not any different than lesson one, two, three, and four, right? Nothing I see
Yeah,
means anything.
yeah,
All of that kind of, it's
yeah,
just a, it's just an extension of that beginning.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So every lesson adds on to the next one.
hmm.
And so that was easy. Why do we call this a mouse? Why do I call this a pen? Why do
Hmm.
I call this a jar? Because we've been told that's what it is. Well, we didn't even have words like 200 years ago, maybe. I don't know. We would grunt and have some more intuition or a different sense of, you know, I need to drink something. Maybe
Right.
you didn't even do that. You went like, like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
whatever. Or we were more telepathic, so we knew what each other needed. you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
So number
Interesting.
7 says, but healing is the gift of those who are prepared to learn there is no world and can accept the lesson now. Their readiness will bring the lesson to them in some form which they can understand and recognize, which I mean, I'm not there, but I get it. I get it
Mhm.
in maybe an intellectual way.
Right.
Some see it suddenly on point of death, right? Because you're about to pass over to the other side and rise to
Mhm.
teach it. Others find it an experience that is not of this world because which shows them that the world does not exist because what they behold must be the truth, and yet it clearly contradicts the world.
Mhm.
So, not everyone watches near death experiences on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend Donna, her mom just died here on the last full moon in November, I think. And when her sister was beside her mom, her the mother said to the sister, I can't see anything anymore. I've gone completely blind. She couldn't see that her sister was sitting beside her, but she said, I can see all my family members that have passed on.
hmm
And she
So
verbalized that to
she's
the sister.
cool. So
Yeah,
she was able to be in the veil and verbalize
that's
that.
right.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, 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 that was pretty
And
cool.
and doesn't that give us comfort, right?
Sure. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
How
Yeah,
beautiful is that?
I know. That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I loose the world from all I thought it was. That's an interesting chapter title.
Mm-hmm. And choose my own reality instead.
Yeah. Is
That's
that
the
from one
last
of the
statement. That's the last lesson statement.
and choose my own reality instead? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a lot easier when you don't absorb people's drama.
Mm-hmm.
It's none of my business. Doesn't matter how much you love the person or people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not mine to help.
Yeah.
And so when you can, because something happened with my stepson and whatever, and it's like, I don't feel the need to step in and fix or talk or do something with this. I don't feel any need to
Yeah.
to do anything with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So that could be said for a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm not that
What
concerned.
what couldn't it be
Yeah, so there's a
said
level of
for?
detachment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so committed to this world
Mm-hmm.
as I, you know,
Used to
navigate
be or
what
thought
this
I was.
means.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just look at my life sometimes, just a few years ago, and I think I was I mean, I get stressed out now too, but the level of stress I've been through for many years, just trying to, all the things,
Yeah.
you just take on so much more. And it's just, maybe it's complete naivety, but I prefer this peace. I prefer
Mm-hmm.
this peace.
Oh, for
I
sure.
don't need to fix your problems. I don't need to fix Felix's problems getting home from the movies last night.
Yeah.
I don't need to fix anyone's problems.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
And if you have a problem, if you ask me for help, I will help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I don't, I'm not going to say too, you don't exist. Your body doesn't exist, Kelly, when you know darn well right now in this moment, your back hurts. So it's clear.
It exists on some kind of level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's a bit of a mind work because, we need to go to jobs. We need to pay the rent. We need to
Mm-hmm.
fill the fridge. We need to do the dishes.
Yeah.
We need to read a book once in a while. Whatever. We need to do all
Yeah.
these things to do our day. You can't meditate all day long, or maybe you could. I don't know. There's
Well,
people
then,
that
yeah.
do that Visapana for 10 days of silence and you're just in a meditative state. I mean, I think that
Right.
would be beautiful and fantastic. Not
Mm.
everyone could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, true enough.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share? Because I
No,
felt
that's a
like
wrap
talking
for
a lot.
me.
What's that?
That's a wrap for me. I'm getting sore
Okay.
sitting in this weird chair.
Oh no. Okay, well, we'll end the
I just
recording
move
here.
around a little bit more.